I want to talk about something that's really important to me, and it's going to be important to you too, and that is feeling disconnected from yourself. So a lot of men, they numb themselves by drinking lots of alcohol, having lots of sex with random women that they don't care about, and taking lots of drugs and scrolling endlessly on social media and not working out. And I want to explain why this happens, and then also just talk about why it's so detrimental and how you can overcome this. Most men aren't lazy, they're just avoiding what their life is actually saying to them. This is a big topic and something that I've gone through a lot of times in my life where I've just found myself, for example, drinking lots of alcohol, not doing drugs, but maybe psilocybin, if you call that a drug, which it kind of is, right? And marijuana, random women, and just things that I'm not really proud of, right? And the reason why I'm sharing this is because I know a lot of men experience this, but they don't talk about it. And it's the things that we don't talk about that become our Achilles heel, right? So shame's favorite food is secrecy. So whatever you keep in secret to yourself is what's going to eat you alive, basically, and keep you in a low vibration. David Hawkins' map of consciousness, shame, the emotion of shame is very low on the vibrational frequency. So if you're feeling shame, then you're not going to be performing at your best in life. And this is why a lot of men these days are scrolling on Instagram endlessly, because they just feel so disconnected from themselves. And I can relate to this. It's just you feel so bored in life. It's just like, what's the point? You just feel so apathetic and lethargic. And this is what, from my experience, a result of not processing some emotions that you're feeling. And without going deep into it, it's like when you feel like you're shameful about something you've done in your life, or you have, yeah, the shame that you feel turns into grief, right? And then grief is really heavy emotion, as we all know this. Grief is such a heavy emotion that you can't actually do things when you're feeling so much grief. And then all of a sudden that grief turns into anger, and then you become really angry. And that anger can do one or two things. It can make you feel sad, which is the layer underneath anger, or it can make you feel angry to go and perform and do shit, right? Like if you look at someone, for example, that does this really well is Alex Hormozy, right? He felt really angry when he was on the come up, and then he transmuted that anger into building something. Another guy is Andrew Tate. Like these guys are really angry, and they used it to build themselves up. So it can go one or two ways. I've seen guys who are really angry, but then underneath that there's sadness, and they let the sadness dictate their actions, and they don't do shit. So it's kind of different. It's double-edged sword. But for me, I mean, talk about myself real quick. So I felt a lot of shame around a lot of things in my life very recently. And one of them was ending my 7-year relationship. I felt so much shame around that because she was great, and she's married now, which is great for her. But when it took me so long to get over that because I'm the one that ended it and she didn't do anything wrong. It was just me. And it was just my lack of being honest with myself and honest with her. And just the shame that I was feeling led me to end the relationship. And then also the shame after that of, feeling all these emotions of like, oh, did I do the right thing? Oh, I'm an idiot. Like, she's such a nice person, all these kind of things, right? And I had to get over that. And it actually really affected me because I brought that shame into other relationships. And so it wasn't good for me at all. And all the women, women are very intuitive. They can feel all this crap, right? So without even saying a word, they can feel it. And yeah, it really affects your life if you don't process your emotions. Like it's as you get older, you start to realize that life is all about relationships. And if you don't know how to navigate your relationships with others and yourself, then you're fucked. And this is why so many people take their life, because they don't know how to deal with their own self, their relationship with themselves, and their relationships with others. And so this is something that no one really talks about. And I'm not a therapist. I'm just someone that's lived life and have experiences, and I've actually faced my shit to go and try and make sense of it. And therefore I can do a video like this and provide some sort of value to you. Now, how do you get out of shame? Like when you're feeling it, how do you get out of it? Well, I was feeling shame for so long that I didn't make much content. Not that you care, but I didn't make YouTube videos for about 2 years. And the reason why I mean, it's because I was feeling so much shame. Like I just couldn't bring myself, even though I intellectually I wanted to do it. Like I literally couldn't bring myself to do the actions because I was feeling so much shame. And what changed, what helped me do that, what helped me overcome it was getting back into my body. And that's what I want to talk about today. I know I've taken a long time to get there, but if you're still here, getting into your body and rebuilding your body, I don't know, man. It's just like, it's almost like magic because it really helps you start loving yourself more. You know, I had this upper back pain, like when I would go forward like that, right? I'd feel like some tightness in my upper back, and all the while I was with my previous partner, who I was with for almost 2 years, I just felt this upper back tightness, and I didn't know what it was. Well, I did know what it was. There's this book called The Secret Language of Your Body, and basically it talks about upper back pain. There's also another book called Heal Your Body. Upper back pain is feeling unloved. And that could be you're feeling unloved from someone else, or you're feeling unloved because you're not giving yourself love. And for me, it was the latter, right? I was always just over giving to other people. Even if my cup was empty, I'd still try and give to someone, right? And you can't give from an empty cup, right? But that was what I was doing. And so I was feeling unloved. And it wasn't because she wasn't loving me, it was only because I wasn't loving myself. So when I started to actually work out and be consistent and focus on me and focus on what I got to do every day instead of what other people got to do, I started relieving my upper back pain. It's gone now. It's like completely gone. It's great. It's fantastic. And all it took was me working out consistently. So I hired a coach because I'm also a coach, right? But I hired a coach because, you know, she's super flexible. And that's one of my goals is to be flexible because I really want to be mobile and move well into my old age. So I take it very seriously. So I thought, you know what, let me put my money where my mouth is and let's go to hire my coach. This is the 7th coach I've hired in my career. So, you know, I'm not the biggest guy around, but I know a lot about the body now as a result of coaching. And through this decision to hire her, I've rebuilt my confidence again because now I feel more confident just in myself. I feel stronger. I have more energy and I built more discipline, which leads to the next action, which is sharing that value on a video. So this is why I'm able to do a video. I'm also in a really, really nice place, as you can see. So that's another reason. And I'm blessed. I'm really blessed to have amazing people in my life who I think they care about me, you know, so I'm really blessed to have that. And giving gratitude is another way to release shame. It's being grateful for the things that you have in your life, because when you're in shame, you're focused on what you don't have and you're focused on what you've done wrong, and you're just your whole mind is focused on the negative. And so you wonder why you keep getting those negative feelings. And this is all from experience, by the way. Whatever you focus on expands, right? So if I'm focusing on, oh shit, I'm bad, I did that, I shouldn't have done that, I'm terrible, I'm just going to feel more and more of those emotions, and I'm going to feel shit and more. I'm going to feel worse about myself, and I'm not going to take action, right? Everything starts with thoughts, feelings, actions, results, right? So at the thought level, what are you thinking? And that's going to lead to what you're feeling. And if you feel crap, you're not going to take any action. If you don't take any action, you're not going to get the result. And it's going to feed back into itself. See, I didn't take any action. Feeds back into shitty thoughts, shitty feelings, no action, no results. And it feeds back into itself. That's a downward spiral, right? But there's also an upward spiral where, for example, myself, I started believing that, you know, I'll forgive myself. I went to my healer in Bali. He said, you need to forgive yourself. You're only responsible for yourself. What's it called? My mind and body are in perfect balance. I control my thoughts. I'm responsible only for myself. I know this off by heart. It's my affirmations I do in the morning from my healer. I'm responsible only for myself. I celebrate in who I am. I can handle all that I create. I'm the authority in my life. I'm the only one who lives in my head. See, all these affirmations that I know off by heart because I recite them every morning. And this is part of the process to rebuilding your confidence, rebuilding yourself. And for me, this is what I've been doing. And it's been helping because what it's doing is it's rewiring my brain. And so rewiring my thoughts lead to me feeling different, and coupled with the fact that I'm working out more, is helping me feel better, which is helping me take more action and helping me get better results. And so that is what I've been doing, and that's how I managed to get myself out of shame, right? And when I feel pulled back into it, I'm aware now of what that is, and so I can better navigate it. Because awareness is the first step to changing your life. You can't change something you're not aware of. So, been talking a bit too long now. I just wanted to share that with you. Um, kind of rambling, but I hope you got some value out of this. This is me just sharing a lot of my thoughts, a lot of what I've been going through, and hopefully if you're going through some shame, just know that it's going to end. But the only way out is through. So you got to go ahead and feel it. You got to feel the shame, cry, be angry, whatever you got to do, just feel it. Don't judge it, just feel it. Okay, I feel like shit today. Okay, that's cool. No worries, man. Feel that shit and then go and do something. Like if you feel like shit, go punch a bag or something. Go punch a pillow, get that energy, move the energy around, and then you're gonna feel better. And yeah, rewiring the brain, that's another video for another day, but affirmations, they really work. I've been doing them and they work. They're rewiring my brain. I mean, I'm doing content again, so must be working, right? And you know what? When I did stand-up comedy 5 years ago for the first time, I was doing affirmations every day. And I was doing them every day for like 30 days in a row. And then all of a sudden I started doing comedy. And it was just a natural progression from like doing jiu-jitsu to being very social at the gym to then doing comedy, right? And it wasn't like, oh, it's so scary. Because I was doing the work every day. I was doing the hard things every day, rewiring my brain every morning and being disciplined and consistent to build my energy, putting all my energy and focus into myself. And then I was able to do stand-up comedy without much fear. Even though there was like, obviously it was nerve-wracking, but it wasn't like scary, it was exciting. Anyway, I digress. So I hope this video helped you and I hope you got some value out of it. If you want me to talk more about this topic, just let me know in the comments because, you know, I'm just seeing what you want me to talk about really because I got lots of things to share. I got lots of experience in lots of things, but, you know, with YouTube, you have to be focused on the topic. So yeah, when it comes to rebuilding yourself, this is one of my things I offer to men is women too, but men especially, is how to rebuild yourself. Like that's what I'm doing right now, like rebuilding myself in terms of everything, every area of my life, you know, every single area, health, wealth, relationships. I'm rebuilding all of that right now, just being open with you. And this is, yeah, my phase 2 in life. So I'm 36 right now. And, you know, I want a family. I want to be a great dad. And yeah, that's one of the things that I'm really optimizing for as well. And so for me to be a great dad, I have to attract a woman who I want to be with, which means I have to level myself up as a man to attract the woman that I actually want and have her want me too. Because, you know, whatever you seek is seeking you. Rumi quote. So that's why I'm making these videos as well, just to inspire you and also so I can look back in a few years and be like, you know what? That was the starting point of phase 2 from Aaron Darko. All right. If you want help with this, if you want to rebuild yourself and you need someone like me to help you with not just working out well and eating well, but just being more disciplined, being more consistent and rebuilding yourself and understanding like, I understand, you know, the emotional landscape of what it means to be like down and feeling low and feeling depressed. I know what that feels like because I've been there. And so if you're feeling depressed right now, just know that it does get better, but you need to seek out help. You need to seek out people that you can feel safe talking about your shit with, and they're going to help you. They're going to help you to, you know, level up and get better. All right. I'll talk to you soon. Links in the description. Bye for now.